Guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are on Mother Earth. So welcome to my new channel, QuantumReality963. And in this channel we will be talking about essentially the main three things in life, the trio in life. And that is, if you want to understand the universe, you have to start thinking in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. And that was the quote by no other than Nikola Tesla. So once really you start thinking about life in the context of energy, frequency, and vibration, everything start making sense. And in particular, the matrix, if you will. So we live in this world, we're trying to figure out what the hell is, to go about life, and everybody has their own purpose, and you have a dream. So the gist of it is this: no matter where you come from, we live in Canada right now. I've been here for 25 years, but likely you've come here perhaps to study, for schooling, perhaps for business, perhaps for work permit, whatever the case may be, perhaps as an immigrant for to establish life in Canada, because here it's basically what people think is the land of opportunity, right? So if you're in India, for example, you have what, or Middle East, you make what, roughly $400 a month budget. That's how people live, anywhere between $400 to maybe $500 if you're lucky, right? And that's what people live. So they come here to Canada for a reason, because you want basically to have a better opportunity, life opportunities, that is, right? So you can come basically and go about life, and maybe have a house and get married, have kids, and that's the essence of life, right? But the journey, the life motion basically, is what most people do not have. There's no, so to speak, life manual, right? There's no chapter 1 life manual to go and figure out, oh well, how do I go about, which school should I attend, what university should I go to, what field should I study? And that is all your choice. That is all personal choice. So not everybody is an engineer, not everybody is a scientist, not everybody is a lawyer, not everybody is a baker, not everybody is a carpenter. So this is what makes a society, the fabric of the society. We all need look at this one, I can't just believe this. Anyways, we all need what? Different skill set in life to basically form and establish a society. We need all fabrics, all, so to speak, all skill sets, right? So you need to build homes, you need to run infrastructures, build infrastructures. You have the grid, so to speak, you have the electrical grid, you have the natural gas grid, you have the telecommunication, you have everything is a network, right? And the saying, it takes a village to raise a child. And where you decide to basically settle and establish your life, well, essentially determine your opportunities in life. Because if you're here, say I finished aerospace electronics engineering back in 2009, I cannot work in the field in, say, Middle East, or I cannot work in the field somewhere where there is no aerospace industry. So you basically graduate, and a lot of people, they graduate in a specific with a specific degree, but they end up working in a different field. And that is your practice, that's your profession, what you do to basically make money. And in my case, I was an electronics system design engineer. I finished aerospace electronics because that allows me to be both mechanically and electrically able to understand systems and design systems. So at the end of the day, you design a plane to take off, land, and you have to cross a range. Cannot be unlimited range. That's why you design to a spec. And once you start understanding everything in life, when we go about and reproducing or making these gadgets, it's nothing but a subset that has to conform to a specific window, right? In the case of the example of an airplane, you have to have a number of people that can board the plane, so you design the plane according to the capacity of how many passengers you will carry. You need the fuel, enough fuel to go from point A to point B, essentially. And then you need basically that's your energy, right, the fuel. And then you need to also basically calculate how much fuel you need so it can cover the range, because you don't want to suddenly, there's no gas station, mid-air, unless you're a military fighter jet, and then they send, mid-air fueling, so to speak, big planes. But, that doesn't happen in the commercial space. You get a plane that goes from airport A to airport B, and you cross, And that is, you have to be able to design this plane to go from point A to point B, and basically take off and land safely. and that is because there's a liability. When someone